Hey there, this is Mystery Film Fan. This is going to be a response to ChrisStuckmann. Well, it's going to be a response and a film review because I'm going to review Chronicle. But Chris, the thing is that there are good YouTubers like you, Jeremy, Schmoes, people like that who do review films, but there are people like myself who are just getting started, who can't seem to get the next, tear up that ladder. You see, because we want to be where you are, or where Jeremy is, where that people want to comment, say we agree with you, we disagree with you, and here's why, or here's not why. Because we think that our opinion is just as valid. But the thing is the way that YouTube is working at the moment, it's more directed towards people who are partners, people who've been around for a while. So it's harder for people who are just started out, or have just been started out for maybe just when YouTube started to change their policy of how it's running its website to get noticed. Now, I do know that something like you and Jerry do give people shout-outs. It's just that sometimes that little shove is not enough because we feel that our views are just as important as ours. I mean, we'd love for interaction because that's what we want. We want interaction about, for example, if we disagree on a movie, for example, I love Drive, you love Drive. I'd love, maybe something like that where, there's actually a community aspect where there's like a conversation going on about maybe a film that has controversy that some people like, some people don't, or maybe a film that maybe, for example, top of my head, Extremely Loud and Especially Close, which has been nominated for an Oscar, but is really not really that popular with critics and audience members. But somehow, something like that would be interesting to discuss. That's what makes a community, is a discussion, but there's no real discussion going on really. Somebody like yourself. You're very popular, so I would assume that you're not going to respond to every single person out there. But you should at least say, okay, I might do a video response and talk about this aspect of this film, and then invite people to come in and then do that, because that's what leads to community, is discussion and debate. So yeah, that's something like that, and that would give people like myself who are smaller users, or somebody like I can't really think of people who are like just starting out. Just the people starting out that extra, what's the word, parallel ladder, so they can get to, let's say, again, I'm not somebody who wants like tons and tons of subscribers, wants partnership and all that sort of stuff, because frankly, I just like talking about films because I love films. I like talking about films because it's something I like doing. It's something that I have a passion about. I love filmmaking. I love the artistry that goes into it. I love filmmakers. I just like filmmaking. And it's something I want to discuss because it's something that I like. And I assume that you're the same, that it's something that you like. I remember my mum used to work at a cinema. That's how much I love cinema. I used to be able to watch films for free. But that's the point, is that some of the things that our voices don't get heard because of the way YouTube is working at the moment. So hopefully you'll respond. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. Anyway, here's my review of Chronicle. I liked it. I like superhero movies anyway. Anyone knows anything about me, I'm a big comic book fan. Always have been. Looking forward to Dark Knight. Should be good. But this was like sort of a new take of it. It wasn't sort of a superhero story. It's more of a super villain story. What would happen is that nerdy, socially awkward, guy got powers, and it is a good story, because I like the fact that there's three of them and the powers are intertwined, and that's what I like about it, is that there is a lot of stuff that you don't expect to happen that happens in this. The best bit for me is the bit where you see the fact that their powers get stronger as they go on. For example, the bit which you've probably seen the trailer when he crushes the car is like when his powers are getting really, really strong. And that's what I like about Chronicle, is that I do feel on a bad note, and this is the bad note, that it shouldn't be handheld, because I think it takes away, because I understand why they do it, because they wanted to do these crummy kids who are filming everything, because that's what crummy kids do. But again, I think it'd be better if it's an actual film and you could actually use the crane shots and everything like that to get everything. But yeah, it's a really good film. I liked it. I like the idea of social awkwardness. It's a bit like John Hughes ish, not as good as John Hughes, but it's a bit like that sort of genre of teenagers being awkward and stuff like that. And I like that. As I said, John Hughes is one of my favourite filmmakers, so I was always going to enjoy the teenage aspects of this. There's a couple of negatives that I can't really get into without going to plot spoilers. I don't really want to spoil the plot for you, because I really want you to go out there and watch it for yourselves. But the good things about this are all three actors are pretty good. There's not one of them thinking, "No, we see get off the screen." All three actors have something about them. The only bad point, actor-wise, is this female character who is somebody who the other characters want to pick up, and she couldn't act her way out of her duffel bag, to be honest with you. Bad points, writing wise. I think the end is a bit of a bad point, because I think it gets a bit too extreme. I think if they get to a little bit, I mean, I know that that it's been building to that, but again, I'd like it to be more, built. And again, I think it could be used with it being a bit longer to build up, the what happens at the end. However, I would recommend this if you like superhero films, if you like teenage movies, if you just like movies in general. I think this is a good film. Yeah, just enjoy it, because I think it's a good film.